we had these very learned presentations from both Dr. Rao and Dr. Shah. GIS, of course, is an important tool in the decision system, but here we were talking about participatory approaches to the whole exercise. What I felt, I mean, I don't know how many of us have really comprehended the entire system that is being communicated here. Point that Professor Shah was writing, and all along the thread that appeared in the discussion was that comprehension must precede participation. Unless there is a understanding of what how we are going to impart this, unless there is participation, and the process of developing slum-free cities is not going to happen. And in these I would call these esoteric tools even at this point of time. And unless there is comprehension, I don't think the participation. So we must evolve systems by which the people, especially the NGOs, and the kind of NGOs that we've had, they are totally grounded in reality. The presentations that we've seen since yesterday. But then, the point here is that when we are going to present to them tools which would enable them to sort of arrive at decisions, or decide upon what eventually is going to happen to the slums, they must have an understanding of how the system is going to work. The issue of titles that is raised, I don't think it is sufficient to merely mark the boundaries of the slum. Some sort of internal mapping also is required to be done. We are going to eventually award ownership rights to the slum. That is the basic principle of trade. And unless that is done, merely marking the boundaries of the slum pocket is not good. One point that was raised there was, having a citywide database. Yes, it is a fact that in places like Mumbai we have these many, slum owners, in the sense that he's come into Mumbai, he has lived as a tenant, he acquires property and moves on to another slum. And he's renting out these areas. So the advantage of this sort of system is having a citywide database where it is possible to segregate such owners and then deal with them accordingly. But the large thread that seems to be running through the discussions that we've just had is tempering or moderating the ad hoc methods that we currently adopted with scientific technology. It's basically bolstering intuition with scientific approaches, and that is what I think GIS is all about. I personally feel that we must evolve far more participatory. The lack of participation that we've seen from the most vocal sections that we saw yesterday is primarily because there was not much understanding or comprehension of what was happening. So I think that itself is very, very is food for thought. On that note, I think thank you very much.
Before we